Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Orlando Wizards and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Orlando Wizards and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And it's 3rd down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Bobby Wagner's one of the more fluid middle linebackers in the NFL, able to range deep in coverage, also able to rush the quarterback both inside and off the edge, and is an absolute tackling machine in the running game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. He finds Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Holding offense.
That one goes against Dion Dawkins. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Fields. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a first carry here for Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Fields. Hard throw. Incomplete.
Used to have a coaches tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. On second down, it's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Fields. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run on first down. Robinson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, it's Robinson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. We're scoreless after 1. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Mike 58 right there. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Off the play fake. Fields. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run. Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fields. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. On the draw, Robinson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Fields. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. And it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down, Fields. That's complete to Robinson. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And a throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson, 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They run the draw here with Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go. Let's go.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it was the Dallas Cowboys who are moving on to the next round as they were able to knock out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now with Robinson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. To throw on third down, Fields. This is caught by Robinson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but That O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He's got Lockett. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 4. Freeman again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal, still looking for the first points of the game. They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields to the right side, and he's got more complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Operating from the gun. Fields. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. On 3rd down, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. To throw is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
56 to Mike, 56. Check 56.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Who's the key? I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Freeman again, a first down carry. And hang on here, Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But now it's 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go on the road. We've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Flush to his right, and now he lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make our score 9-0. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Touchdown, defense.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields sets up the screen to Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Check it back, check it back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. From the gun, Fields. And this is caught by Watkins. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. On 1st down, Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he'll find Moreau here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
False start, offense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Hubbard, and he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Hubbard. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Fields pass complete to Sammy Watkins. Touchdown, Orlando.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Again, they'll run with Freeman. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalties got him set up with a first and goal. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. And they'll indeed take a knee. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show.
The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one.
Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.